Alright everybody, and welcome to episode 31 on the ManniCraft server with Black Dog Z. Alright, so what we're going to do today is we're just going to show you around just a little bit to show you what's happened with our miner. So, as you know, last episode we got a miner up and running, and as you can see, he's still going fairly slowly. But the problem that we're having is if you take a look here, 64 stacks of cobble, 64 stacks of cobble, 64 stacks of cobble, and then in our overflow chest, all this cobble. So as you can see, cobble seems to be overflowing into everything. This used to be a chest for obsidian. This here was an extra chest that I built. In fact, I built an entire extra section here after the restriction tube, just to put more additional items in, and this will allow things like cobble and stuff to come this way. I might take this restriction tube out and just put it over here by the chest, just so that the chest is just the restricted area. And we'll probably make that 3 high as well. And basically what this will allow me to do is this will allow me to store more items, because apparently the room that we built here wasn't quite big enough. So what do we do about this? All this cobble? Well, we have 2 things that we want to do today. The first, I've actually already started. If we go in here, there's this craft packet stamper. So now, if I just type in craft, and we go to the craft packet stamper, we take a look at it, you'll see it's really easy to make. It's just a crafting table, piston, 4 cobblestone, and 3 iron, and that makes a craft packet stamper. Now the other thing that we need is we need a craft packet. Now unfortunately, the particulars of this thing that we're going to build, I do not believe are listed, because what we need is diamond shards. So if I just type in diamond, and we look at the shard, which should be right there, and we click on it, you'll see nothing comes up over here. So it's just not listed in NEI yet, but that's okay. We can build this because I know what the recipe is. So first thing we need to do is we need to grab 9 diamonds. There we go, 9 diamonds. So after we have 9 diamonds, we're going to have to come over here. And I've already pre-prepared a couple of items. I do believe they're in my pre-prepared chest. Oh, maybe they're in the safety chest. Yeah, they're in the safety chest because I pre-prepared 4 TNT, and we didn't want anybody using those against us. We also pre-prepared 4 obsidian, so we have those, and then we have our 9 diamonds. Now the first thing we're going to need to do, because of Greg Tech, we're going to need to go over here to the compressor. We're going to need to stick our 9 diamonds in the compressor. And the reason for that is because Greg Tech, of course, if you remember from earlier episodes, makes us put items into the compressor to get blocks. So, I'm just working on getting a set of blocks, and then if we exit out of this for a moment, you'll see that our electricity is just keeping the thing charged. Alright, so we now have our block of diamond. So now if we go over here to this, we should be able to go obsidian in the corners, TNT in the middles, and then a diamond block right in the center, and this makes a craft packet. Alright, so now we take our craft packet in and put it in our inventory. So now this craft packet is very special. That's the only way you can build this particular type of craft packet. Now the other thing that we need to do is we're going to need an axe. Now you'll see that I've actually organized a few things to make it easier to find. Over here we have our plant material still, and we have our weapons, armor, and tools. This here is vanilla and Railcraft. Up here we have some signs telling us that that's Buildcraft and RedPower. This is IC2 and Forestry. I'll have to upgrade this because it's just about full. But let's go in here, and I need golden conductive pipes. Alright. So all we're going to do is we're just going to take this spot right here, I think. We're just going to knock it out, and we'll hook up a gold conductive pipe. So we just go like that, and that hooks up a golden conductive pipe. Now, of course, there's really no power running to this, so as you can see, there's very little power here. But we should be able to go ahead and put down our craft packet stamper, and that will give it the power that it needs. And now we have 18 diamond shards. Now, diamond shards can be made used to make a couple of things, 2 items I believe, but the one that we're looking for is the Wrath Igniter. So the Wrath Igniter is a piece of nether brick and a diamond shard. Unfortunately, you actually have to get 18 diamond shards, which makes me kind of sad because we really only need 1. Let's grab that nether brick. There we go. We'll go ahead and we'll put our nether brick there. We'll take our diamond shards and we'll put it there. And that gives us a Wrath Igniter. Now there is a reason that we grabbed a Wrath Igniter, and I will show you that here in a second. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here. We're actually going to grab a stack of iron. And in our compressor, we're going to go ahead and put our stack of iron. Now what this is going to do, of course, is compress down into blocks, and we'll use that with the Wrath Igniter in a few minutes here. While that's compressing, let me go ahead and show you something new. I better grab a weapon just in case. We'll grab that one, and we'll grab this one, even though it's almost dead. Oh, and I better put some charge on my armor. Alright, let's charge up the armor so that we can make sure that we're going to be safe. One we really need is the nano suit here. Runs out of power fairly quickly, which is very, very sad because we need to keep that powered up in order to stay safe. Luckily, our MFE here is capable of keeping this thing charged almost permanently because of our infinite lava supply. So that should be good. It doesn't have to be fully charged. We'll grab some extra charge for the pants here because they also protect us. Once we get to about 60, we'll stop. Good enough. And we'll go ahead and put those on. So now we got some charge to all of our items. We can go ahead and show you what I wanted to show you. Now, you've seen our mining area where we were originally mining and where we set up our miner. Let's go ahead and go here. This is called Fight Book. Now you'll see here, when we look around, all you see is a red sky and a ton of cactus. Now the reason for that is because we've set up a defensive perimeter around the house so that we can be safe. This area is actually completely set up for fighting. As you can see, it's nighttime out, although you can see very well outside. So, something's getting hurt. You can hear something getting hurt out there. Looks like it's over here. He's trying to get through our cactuses, and unfortunately he can't. That's why we have this defensive perimeter. And if we come out here and take a look, oh, careful, we'll see here that it's a completely flat world filled with a bunch of creatures. And the entire point of this world is to fight. This will allow us to get additional experience, things like that. Oh, I think that zombie sees me. This is why we brought swords. Yes, you're smart. Keep coming. Weaken them up a bit. There we go. So now, what I've been doing is I've been bringing my soul shards out here and just slowly gaining some more kills on the soul shards. We'll head back in now. You'll also notice that we're using obsidian plates here. And the reason we're using obsidian plates is because creatures can't activate them. We are slowly replacing this cobble with the Xycraft. The reason for that is because the Xycraft actually has a pretty good blast protection. So if creepers ever manage to get in there, we don't have to worry about it. This is also technically our nexus. We have the ability to travel from one area to the other via this area. Now we're going to be adding more books in here so that we can travel that way easier. And so that's what we're planning on using that age for. Now, we should be good enough that we can go back and take a look here and have a couple of blocks. Perfect. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, you want to do outside. It is currently daytime, which is good. Ooh. Go away, creeper. Oh. Boo. I'll have to repair that later. Alright. So now we got our blocks. As you can see, as we cross this building, you'll see that we haven't made very much progress on it. That's mostly Arclight who's working on that. He's actually an engineer, and I really don't know how to build it. So hopefully he'll get that done soon. So now what we want to do is we want to move well away from anything that can catch on fire. And the reason for that is because what we're going to do is we're going to take our iron blocks, we're going to set them down. We're going to take our Wrath Igniter, and we're actually just going to light the iron on fire. Now, the Wrath Igniter is a special system that can actually burn iron. The downside is that it will light things around it on fire. So that's why you want to make sure you're in an area that's safe. The other option, of course, here is to use an oven. Now, there's a special Wrath oven that you can get that will do this. Alright. Looks like the fire is now ending, and we can put these out. Because as you can see, it actually does start regular fires, so we don't want that to spread. Now, I didn't bring a pickaxe. Makes me very sad that I didn't bring a pickaxe. Need a pickaxe to do what I'm going to do. One would have assumed I would have brought one. Looks like the creeper got at our reed. There we go. All fixed. Keep meaning to fix this front area up. I never do get around to it. I really should. Alright, so let's go grab our pickaxe. We got a couple of pickaxes here that I've enchanted. You'll see here that I have an Unbreaking 2 Efficiency 2, an Unbreaking 1, and an Unbreaking 2. So as you can see, we've got a couple of really good pickaxes. Getting stuck on those doors. Tempted to remove the internal doors because they're not really needed. They're there for looks. Of course, additional security if something gets in and I don't have a weapon. But let's go ahead and take these down now. Alright, so let's use the Unbreaking Efficiency 2. So what we've done here is we've basically taken our blocks of iron and we've made blocks of dark iron. And we're going to need dark iron in order to get several things that we need to make today. So we have our miner set to really slow mining. We only have, like, I think 2 of the engines turned on. And of course, whenever the system fills up, they're actually turning off. The reason for that is because of the amount of Cobble we've gotten. So we need to fix that. So that's what the plan is today. Now, the other thing is that we'll take the Wrath Igniter because it's really bad if you use it on wood and stuff. So we'll put it in a safe where nobody can get at it. So now that we have our blocks of dark iron, we should be able to just do this. So now I have 28 dark iron ingots. So now, there's a couple of things in this chest. First of all, we got 5 ender pearls from the enderman I killed. We have blaze rods. So what is it that we're going to build? Well, let's take a look at our barrels. If you take here, here's our regular barrel. Our regular barrel is really simple. It's just a sorry about that. It's just a bunch of wood. Now we have our buoyant barrel upgrade. Buoyant barrel upgrades allow barrels to be buoyant. I don't know why you would want them to float, but I guess if you were living on water, might be an idea. Extra dimensional storage barrels is what we're looking at here, though. As you can see, it uses dark iron, it uses blaze rods, barrel, leather, and an ender pearl. So, we already have our blaze rods, we already have our ender pearls, and we already have our dark iron. This means that all we need is a piece of leather and a barrel. So let's see how much leather we have. We've only got 1 piece of leather up there. We might have to kill some cows to get some leather. We do have 9 pieces of leather. That should do us for now. We're going to need some logs, so we'll go in here and grab some logs. Just a stack should do us. Because a stack will make 9 barrels. So now if we take our stack of logs and we do this. As you can see, it'll do 9 barrels. So we'll go ahead and we'll make 9 barrels. Now that we have 9 barrels, we need to put in the ender pearls, the leather, the blaze rods, and the dark iron. And that'll create us 5 extra dimensional barrels. Now that should be all we need for now. So we'll go ahead and we'll put that there. We're going to need more stuff if we want to make more of these. But we could actually just do that and right click on one. I thought we could just right click on it. Maybe it's shift right click. There we go. So now, if we shift right clicked on it, we can actually do this. Let me just show you. Just grab a bunch of these, and you'll see that it actually holds a lot more than it used to. I want to see where it maxes out. Sally? We're at 104. 115. $142 barrels. I honestly do not know where this will stop. No, we dropped an extra one. Oh well. $171. I have a feeling that's going to be 256. 191. $206. $221. I don't know if we're going to have enough cobble to find out where it ends. No, looks like we're not going to have enough. Oh, wait, we got more cobble right here. There was another stack. Well, it goes to 237. $249. $260. Well, it doesn't stop at 256. I wonder where it stops. Definitely a lot of cobble, that's for sure. 274. Damn, that's a lot of cobble. 18,358 pieces of cobble. I have no clue where that barrel ends, and I don't know if we're going to find out. What else we got in here? Oh, we got another thing of cobble. So far, we're at 287 pieces of cobble, and it still hasn't stopped. Is there anything else here that might need this? I thought we would need a few because I didn't think that they would be that quick. Like, I didn't think they'd hold quite that much. Well, doesn't look like anything else needs it at this time. I think we got stuff in here that's not even a full stack yet. Alright. Where's that Nicolette trying to go? Really? I don't think so. That's right, you go to your proper home. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to take these and do this. And that'll do is I'll just keep things from overflowing into these for now. I have a couple like that, like I had one over here, and I still have one up here with just a wooden plank in it. Normally wooden planks wouldn't be in this system because we don't take prepared items like that and put them in here. But, ooh, there should be, we'll put our extra dimensional storage barrels in there for now. That way they don't try to go in there because we need to get some more obsidian for that. Alright, so now that we've upgraded that, let's take a look at something here. So as far as our stuff is, alright. So, I think this is going to be the end of the episode here. I just want to quickly show you guys one thing that we've done to the miner. So let's go and take a look at the miner here really quickly. Here's the miner, because we need to go ahead and turn this thing back on full bore. So let's go ahead and do that. Real simple to do. All we need to do is click on this and go space in inventory equals redstone signal. And you'll see that got everything going again. And it appears that we have a small issue here. So let me just quickly... I will actually fix that off camera, but I wanted to take the time to show you guys what we had done. If you take a look here, we've got pipes set up and return pipes and all sorts of things. And basically what this does, it allows the engines to keep fueled and not have to worry about their ash. Their ash is automatically getting teleported back to the other world. So as you can see, we've got a couple items here that we're still working on getting back because we were originally using a chest and not, of course, an ender chest. So let's go ahead and put those in here. A couple of stacks of sand. Sand is actually quite important in the other world, so that's why I want to send it first. And of course, the system is designed that if for some reason there's no space in the inventory, it'll turn off the redstone signal until there is space. And that'll keep it from mining when it shouldn't. As you can see, we've mined quite a bit. That water is all the way over here, even though it shouldn't be. That's one thing I'll need to fix is all this water. Later on, anyway. Real simple to do. All you need to do is just take something and run it across there once it's done. And that'll keep it from spilling out like that. Alright. So, if we were to go scuba diving in here, you would see that it goes fairly deep. Probably about, from the shallowest side here, probably about 6-7 blocks deep. And it's mining out everything. It's a lot of cobble, but we'll use it later, trust me. And I think that'll be it for now. Alright, so have a good evening.